of use cases can be seen. For example, this is the use case for the weather station, but as per our given assignments, you can draw a use case in your problem as well, because this is just template, and because of this having the template, when we have a pattern, we can design another, and just we have to follow the rules. Because either we are thinking about the system context for the weather station or for the use cases, we have to use the graphical software as well, because it will create lots of easiness because of using the some sort of the software that follows. For example, in the MS Word, we used to type, but if we want to work the graphical work, for example, the calculation work and the presentation type of the work, it will be gives us lots of effort to do. Although they have the facilities, yes, we can do, but not the specific work can be done. So in software engineering, there are thousands of tools, but here we are going to follow the some sort of e-draw that has been given by the Emacs draw. So I have given you the basic introduction as well, and two of the use cases have been learned by us, and now we will see the third one, architectural design. Once interaction between the system and its environment have been understood, as use this information for the design, the system architecture. The system architecture is some sort of the figure that gives us ability to understand that how the system will work and how it will interact with each components, and what would be the interaction between different type of the components. So you identify the major components that make up the system and their interactions, and then you organize the components using the architecture patterns such as layered or client server model. For example, this is some of the more examples, but lots of examples are present. For example, why we say the layered, that this is the boundary of server and this is the boundary of the client, and how client will access the services from the server and how the server will provide the services to client. So there are some jurisdiction between them, so we have to draw accordingly as per given case, as per given project. So according to the nature of the project, we have to think about that. And the weather station is composed of independent subsystems that communicate by broadcasting message on a common interface. So basically, we know very well that the temperature, the rainfall, and the humidity, the wind. So these things are being transmitted by the weather station. So actually, these are the components that have some sort of the understanding. So the high level architecture of the weather station have the communication link as a common, and then there is a subsystem fault manager who manages the faults, who sees that where the fault is existing, and then the configuration manager, as we learned what is the configuration management. It's a complete lesson, it's a complete lecture we will discuss in few after a few weeks. So the power manager, same like the communications, data collection, and the instruments are there. And how can we draw it? It's not a challenge. It's an easy thing. Now, first of all, we should have some sort of the understanding, then we can think that how can we draw these things. So again, blank, create. Now you have the distinct categories. As you have seen that there was a network, so you can think about the network. Either some pictures can be taken from the network. So have a view. If yes, then go for someone. Otherwise, go into your jurisdiction. Actually, I want to see that from where I can take the component of the service. Definitely, there will be, as you will do, for example, these are the servers, you know very well. So Azure Center is there, the data is there, the network topologies are there, and Cisco's icons are there, telephones are there, lots of core medium, smart words. So, despite of these things, if we say that where to go, because we need to have a chart. So these are switches, routers, cameras. Each icon is there. So these are the generic events. Go into the software. You will find your solution into the software because you are dealing with the software engineering. So in this software engineering, you can see these. This is the these are the figures they used for to represent the stake operations as well. So Jacob's use case, you know very well, and we know its importance as well. So finally, we are very much near, and we will find that particular type of. It will give us some sort of yes now in the shelter area. This is the second figure that is there, and we can use it. So this is the component that gives us. So these are the type of the relationships. See here, components UML diagrams. So have a single click on the components diagram, sequence diagram, charts diagram, use case diagram. So we are thinking about the some sort of the component diagram. Single click. After the single click, you will find out the components in this area. Yes, are now available. Now take this one, take the two, see here, and the three, then the three, and then one. So have a sequence like that, make it more clickable as this is. Now see again. So confirmation has been received. So we are going to draw the system architecture, and this is also the system architecture. And now you need a communication channel. Now in that particular communication channel, now draw this one. No, this is inappropriate. So in case of inappropriate, you have always the chance to delete it. You need a channel. So from where you can see the channel, it's go into the software again and see the channel type shape, not in the activity diagram, but here I have found it in collaboration. Now in this collaboration, sorry, this is not the appropriate one. The object is there. Yes. Now I am renaming it as a communication diagram. So what about the relations? From where you have to go for the relations? You know very well. Go to the software again and think about the relations. These are the relationships. Just click them. The relationships are here. And now what type of the relationship is there? This one, association. Draw from here that particular type of the association from here to here. But in fact, we need up to the communication. So this sends message. For example, now if I want to do the message, yes I can. If not, then simply draw this one up to here. Now it's up to you what you want to do. For example, if I want to make sure that it should be straight, so pick it outside because it's giving some sort of the in collaboration. Make it a little bit low, paste it here, so like this, and take another. You will find lots of easiness when you provide some sort of the practice with you. Make it small because the larger one is making a lot of paste it here and then go for the upward and pack it. As I told you, if it is not going to be controlled with you, then work outside and then fix it at the appropriate place. Because here lots of tools are there and they are not allowing us. So it will give you ugly look. So again, I will go outside, make it quite straight. Now I will pick it, and after the picking, I have fixed it. So about jurisdiction is not going to be fit, but finally we will be able to understand the phenomena as well. I have given some sort of web message I want to wear, and then I have make it more strict, more understandable. Drag and drop has been done. Actually, this is the point by point communication. I need this point, and then I want to associate this one with this some sort of deep figure as well. So it needs upon as per your practice is going to be strong, and whatever you want to draw, it will be net and clean, and you can do a lot. So like this figure is with you. Now it's up to you either you are going to work it very much easy or going to make it complex. So gradient and other facilities can be done very easily. So I again taken here and I can draw, I can give some sort of a look again, I can draw, again I can draw, from here to here I can draw. So this is one of the way you can. So by drawing this one and you can name these things for the weather station highlights. So this is a little bit very useful for us and giving us an idea that how can we develop the architectural design by using the software components. Hopefully this video will give you lots of help and assistance in order to can. So in the next we will see the architecture of the data collection and then we will go for the weather station object classes and then we will go for the sequence diagrams and then we will go for the state diagram and then we will see the weather station interfaces and then we will see about the displays of the observation pattern and then we will see the observational model that we have seen and after that lots of theoretical work we will see the other diagrams from the more real slides as well. So thank you very much for your active participation, and we will think that this will provide you lots of business because